Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is a beautiful and vibrant city of Brazil with a lot to offer. Here are some suggestions for things to do. 1. Christ the Redeemer. Christ the Redeemer is one of the most iconic landmarks of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This massive statue of Jesus Christ stands 98 feet, 30 meters, tall, with an additional 26-foot, 8-meter, pedestal, and is located on the top of Corcovado Mountain. Here are some things to know about visiting Christ the Redeemer. Crowds. As one of the most popular tourist attractions in Rio, Christ the Redeemer can get very crowded. It's best to arrive early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid the crowds. Weather. The statue can sometimes be shrouded in fog, so it's a good idea to check the weather before visiting. Safety. It's important to take safety precautions when visiting the statue and the surrounding area, such as keeping valuables out of sight and staying in well-lit areas at night. Copacabana Beach. Copacabana Beach is one of the most famous beaches in the world, located in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here are some things to know about visiting Copacabana Beach. Activities. The beach offers a variety of activities, such as swimming, surfing, beach volleyball, soccer, and stand-up paddleboarding. Nightlife. The beach is also known for its nightlife, with many bars, restaurants, and nightclubs located nearby. Safety. It's important to take safety precautions when visiting the beach, such as keeping valuables out of sight, not leaving personal belongings unattended, and staying in well-lit areas at night. Beach. Vendors. There are many vendors selling food, drinks, souvenirs, and beach chairs and umbrellas. Be prepared to negotiate prices with the vendors. Crowds. Copacabana Beach can get very crowded, especially on weekends and during major events like Carnival. Accessibility. The beach is accessible by public transportation, and there are several parking garages in the area. Sugarloaf Mountain. Sugarloaf Mountain, also known as Pau de Açúcar in Portuguese, is one of the most iconic landmarks in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here are some things to know about visiting Sugarloaf Mountain. Views. The main attraction of Sugarloaf Mountain is the stunning panoramic views of Rio de Janeiro, including Guanabara Bay, Christ the Redeemer, and the city skyline. Cable car. Visitors can reach the summit of Sugarloaf Mountain by taking a cable car, which provides incredible views during the ride. There are 2 stages to the cable car ride, with a transfer at Morro de Urca. Hiking. It's also possible to hike to the top of Sugarloaf Mountain, although the trail can be challenging and is not recommended for beginners. Accessibility. The cable car and summit of Sugarloaf Mountain are wheelchair accessible. Crowds. Sugarloaf Mountain is a popular tourist attraction, so it can get very crowded, especially during peak tourist season. Photography. Sugarloaf Mountain is a popular spot for photography, so be sure to bring your camera or smartphone to capture the stunning views. Jardim Botânico. Jardim Botânico, or the Rio de Janeiro Botanical Garden, is a beautiful garden located in the south zone of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here are some things to know about visiting Jardim Botânico. Attractions. Some of the main attractions in the garden include the imperial palm trees, the Japanese garden, and the orchid house. Wildlife. Jardim Botânico is also home to several species of birds, monkeys, and other wildlife. Accessibility. The garden is wheelchair accessible, and there are several paved paths throughout the park. Nightlife in Lapa. Lapa is a neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, known for its vibrant nightlife. Here are some things to know about experiencing the nightlife in Lapa. Samba. Lapa is known for its samba music and dancing, and many of the bars and clubs in the area feature live samba music. Safety. It's important to take safety precautions when visiting Lapa at night, such as staying in well-lit areas, avoiding carrying valuables, and traveling in groups. Transportation. Lapa is well connected by public transportation, including buses and the metro. Taxis and ride-sharing services like Uber are also available. Street food. There are many street food vendors in Lapa, offering a variety of snacks and drinks to enjoy during the street parties. Some popular snacks include churrasquinho, grilled meat on a stick, pastel, fried pastries, and caipirinhas, a Brazilian cocktail made with cachaça, lime, and sugar. Favela tour. Favelas are informal settlements in Brazil that are often associated with poverty and social inequality. While some favelas are dangerous and off-limits to tourists, there are some favela tours in Rio de Janeiro that are safe and offer a unique glimpse into the daily life and culture of these communities. Here are some things to know about taking a favela tour in Rio de Janeiro. Safety. It's important to choose a reputable tour company that has experience and knowledge of the favela they are visiting. Some favelas are more dangerous than others, so it's important to do your research before booking a tour. Walking tours. Many favela tours are walking tours, which allow visitors to see the community up close and interact with local residents. Transportation. Some favela tours provide transportation to and from the favela, while others require visitors to take public transportation. Impact. It's important to consider the impact of tourism on the favela and its residents. Some tour companies donate a portion of their profits to community projects or employ local residents as tour guides, which can help support the community. Museu de Arte do Rio. The Museu de Arte do Rio, MAR, is a museum of art and culture located in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here are some things to know about visiting the Museu de Arte do Rio. Exhibits. The museum features a range of exhibits that showcase Brazilian art and culture, including painting, sculpture, photography, and multimedia installations. Architecture. The building that houses the museum is a modern structure that is connected to a historic building from the early 20th century. The design of the building reflects the cultural and geographic diversity of Rio de Janeiro. Activities. The museum offers a range of activities and programs, including guided tours, workshops, and educational programs for children. Views. The museum offers stunning views of the Guanabara Bay and the city of Rio de Janeiro from its rooftop terrace. Accessibility. The museum is wheelchair accessible and offers audio guides and other resources for visitors with disabilities. Tijuca Forest. The Tijuca Forest is a large urban forest located in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here are some things to know about visiting the Tijuca Forest. Size. The Tijuca Forest is one of the largest urban forests in the world, covering an area of approximately 32 square kilometers. History. The forest was originally planted in the 19th century to protect Rio de Janeiro's water supply, and it has since become a popular destination for hiking, wildlife viewing, and other outdoor activities. Trails. There are many trails within the forest that offer a range of difficulty levels, from easy strolls to more challenging hikes. Some of the most popular trails include the Pico de Tijuca Trail, the Cascadenha Trail, and the Tana Waterfall Trail. Wildlife. The Tijuca Forest is home to a wide range of wildlife, including monkeys, sloths, toucans, and other birds. Waterfalls. There are several waterfalls within the forest, including the Tana Waterfall, the Cachoeira das Almas, and the Cachoeira do Horto. Visitor Center. The Tijuca Forest Visitor Center is located near the forest entrance and offers information about the forest, as well as maps and trail guides. Safety. Visitors should be aware that the Tijuca Forest is a wild area and should take precautions to ensure their safety, such as staying on marked trails and not feeding the wildlife. Soccer game. Soccer, also known as football in many parts of the world, is a popular sport played by millions of people around the globe. It involves two teams of 11 players each, with the objective of scoring more goals than the opposing team. A typical soccer game usually lasts for 90 minutes, split into two 45-minute halves. The game starts with a kickoff, where one team passes the ball from the center of the field to a teammate. The opposing team then tries to gain possession of the ball and score a goal by kicking it into the opposing team's net. Players are not allowed to touch the ball with their hands or arms, except for the goalkeeper, who is allowed to use their hands within the penalty area. Fouls and penalties are awarded for various types of infringements, such as tripping, pushing, or handling the ball. Soccer games can be played at various levels, from amateur to professional, and can take place in a variety of settings, such as outdoor or indoor fields. The rules of the game may also vary slightly depending on the league or competition being played.